Hi everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, where we translate corporate jargon into something your grammar could understand. Today we're cracking open Talkspace's annual report, and it's a mixed bag of emotions, kind of like scrolling through dating app profiles. So what's the headline? Talkspace, the online therapy company, is seeing huge growth in their insurance-covered clients, like a popular kid getting more party invites. But their individual members, those are dwindling like my New Year's resolutions, raising questions about their marketing strategy. Let's start with the basics. Talkspace, in their own words, connects patients with mental health providers. They're basically aiming to be the Amazon of therapy, offering a convenient way to get help from your phone. And on the surface, things look good. Their revenues jumped to $187.6 million for 2024. That's a nice chunk of change, but let's peel back the layers. One of the biggest growth drivers is their payer business. Think insurance companies. Talkspace says their clinicians completed over 1.2 million sessions for insured members, a huge jump from last year. They now have about 179.4 million eligible lives through these insurance partnerships. It's like being invited to a huge party with open bar. Talkspace gets paid when people actually use the service, and that's where things get a bit more interesting. While the insurance side is booming, their consumer active members are not so hot. They went from 11,700 to just 7,200. That's a noticeable drop. It kind of makes you wonder what happened to those individual subscribers. Talkspace is hoping to be the company people turn to for mental health care, offering therapy for everything from Now for a change. A transition regarding the company structure occurred in 2022, where the healthcare providers transitioned to a third party. Talkspace LLC has entered into various agreements with TPN and the PC entities, physicians, therapists, and other licensed professionals for clinical and professional services provided to the company's members. Talkspace LLC is party to various management services agreements and an SISA with TPN and the PC entities as part of this transition. Now we know that Talkspace revenue is dependent on securing contract renewals with their customers. If they can't do this, no one wants to be stuck without a dance partner when the music stops. All right, legal jargon alert. They also discuss the Anti-Kickback Statute and the False Claims Act. Essentially, Talkspace is saying they're aware of laws that prohibit paying for referrals or making false claims to government healthcare programs. Can result in civil monetary penalties up to $105,563 and plus up to 3 times the remuneration involved. The government wants to make sure healthcare providers aren't gaming the system for profit. Cybersecurity is a big concern too. Talkspace admits that if there could be significant liabilities and harm to their reputation. I mean, they are responsible for storing and transmitting your personal information after all. Here is a tricky issue about who counts as an employee versus an independent contractor. If the government decides that the therapists on the platform are employees, not contractors, there could be, and all those extra payroll related expenses. Talkspace relies heavily on its top executives to execute. They are admitting that if one or more of their executives were to leave, it could put them in a bind. The loss of Talkspace knows that it is important to establish. This is a common and understandable measure to protect their brand. A key metric to consider is that the aggregate market value on June 30, 2024 was $320.24, was $16.90.22.252. These are all good to keep an eye on to see where the company is going. Privacy and security is a must. The company admits that they are subject to certain privacy and security regulations, and the state governments also State attorneys general also have the right to prosecute HIPAA violations committed against residents of their states. Overall, the audit committee recognizes that they are doing what they can to put the right measures in place. So what is the bottom line here? Talkspace is navigating a tricky situation. They're getting lots of business from insurance companies, which is great for revenue, but their efforts to sell direct to consumers are struggling. Thanks for tuning in to this Corporate Decoder episode. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe. Which SEC filing do you want me to decode next? Leave a comment below. Stay frosty and I'll catch you in the next one.